Hello, and welcome to Whiplash City. That's what I'm calling the topic of today is Whiplash City. I created a video on Friday about Bench and their shutdown, and surprise, surprise, apparently they're back. But as a bookkeeper, I really feel it's justified that I come on here and talk about whether or not we should be trusting them after what they did on Friday, even if they were acquired by a new company. So let's dive into the news and talk about this before we really get any further. So, as you can see, it says here Bench, an employer company. We're excited to share some news. Bench is being acquired by employer.com. Your service will continue seamlessly with the platform you've always trusted. So, if you are a Bench user, you now have the option to stick with Bench and work with them on employer.com. First of all, I want to just warn you against this. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what to do as a business owner. I feel like it's very important that you make your own decisions and you do your own research. But I am someone who's here to kind of like back you up on that. So, first of all, I would look into this company, this employer.com company, and really understand what they're about. And then, second of all, I want you to remember the feeling that you felt when Bench just dropped you on Friday and that scared feeling, and really consider if you still want someone else to own your financial data and consider if that's something that's worth it to you. Working with someone like me or a small firm or a CPA or whoever it is ensures that you truly own your business data. And it is so important because owning your business data is just it's the linchpin in your business. You need to be able to own your financial data in order to have any sort of success. So, of course, if you are someone who is like, you know what, I can't even deal with that. Bench just screwed me over. I'm not going to be staying with them. Please follow those steps that I listed in my last live. But let's take a look at the data behind this, shall we? So, Bench, startup that left thousands of customers locked out of its accounts. So, remember, you felt locked out, you felt abandoned. After it suddenly shut down last week, will be acquired by employer.com for an undisclosed price in a last minute deal. The San Francisco based HR tech company employer.com focuses on payroll and onboarding in contrast to Bench, which specializes in accounting and tax. And again, this is from the website TechCrunch. So this is directly from TechCrunch. Customers will be given the choice to port their data to keep their service or under new leadership, or of course, look for someone else because their previous recommendation was to file for a 6-month extension with the IRS to look for a new bookkeeper. And since it's no longer needed, since you are able to stay with them, it's something you really need to think about. Now, again, after the abrupt shutdown on Friday caused chaos with customers finding themselves locked out of their accounts, right as tax season is set to begin. TechCrunch confirmed the acquisition with a Bench board member. Neither Bench nor Employer.com would comment on the acquisition price. Employer.com is a new company. I want you to keep that in mind. They are a new company. It says that right there. Its CEO, Jesse Tinsley, announces acquisition of the domain name in November for about $450,000. Tinsley is beyond a host of HR onboarding and recruiting related businesses, including Recruiter.com and Bounty Jobs. In a post on December 11th, Tinsley said that the company is still acquiring companies in the HR space. Employer.com is not VC backed and entirely self funded. In a statement announcing the acquisition, Employer.com said Bench customers can expect to continue working with the same expert in house bookkeepers they know and trust. So, this again leads us to the issue where I've been seeing a lot of people saying that they were experiencing a decline in the quality of service that they were seeing in Bench. And now they're saying that they're going to get that same expert in house experience. But if they were already seeing a decline, is it truly worth it to go back to someone who potentially hurt you and could hurt you even further? This acquisition ensures that Bench customers can continue relying on the same high quality service they've always received, while also opening the door to future enhancements and capabilities empowered by Employer.com's extensive resources. Now, I want to talk about something a little bit different. As a bookkeeper, my rates start at about 350 a month. So it's very comparable to what Bench is offering, which is that 299 to 399 for I think their base, and then their premium is like 599 to 699, which my mid-tier package is around that $500. So when you're thinking about this and you're looking at everything that Bench has to offer, what you have to think about is three things. And again, I'm not trying to convince you. Please make this decision solely based on you and your business. You need to decide what's best for your business and decide if this is the right move for you. So I want you to think of three things, please. First of all, I want you to think about data ownership. And I want you to understand and think about, is it worth it to have someone else own your data? Or is it worth it to go with something like QuickBooks, Zero, Wave, FreshBooks, and own your data and be able to export that and leave at any point in time? The second thing I want you to think about is if you want to actually speak with someone, or if you're willing to, I guess, work with the bookkeeper that could potentially turn into someone else. I think personally, I can't imagine how those employees are feeling, the whiplash they're feeling that they lost their job. Now some of them have their job back. I mean, I don't even know if I'd go back because that just seems so unstable that and unsure that it would just scare the crap out of me. And then the third thing I want to you to think of is the reliability. Because we know that this client company is new, we know that they are, yes, they're self-funded, so they're not backed by, you know, venture capital money. So I want you to think about if it's worth that to stay with them. Again, don't let me convince you otherwise. Think about those things and really determine if staying with Bench is right for you as a business. And if it is, absolutely stay with them. But if you're looking at that and you're saying, you know what, Samantha, that's still not a good fit for me, I have worlds of bookkeepers I can introduce you to, not just myself, but there's tons of other people who are willing to help you and become more personalized and just your partner in bookkeeping so that you can understand your numbers better instead of having someone who you can talk to every once in a while. I want to remind you that a lot of us will not judge or shame you. And me, especially, I'm not going to judge or shame you for your choices or how your finances look. My job is not to judge or shame you, it's to help you get where you need to be in your business. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. I will link both the bench accounting website where you can see this announcement and this TechCrunch article in the description box below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And I hope that you do whatever is best for you and your business.